While I was scrolling on Instagram, I came across a video, and I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar with the Pop the Balloon or Find True Love hosted by Arlette.
Carlita, why did you end up popping your balloon?
She ain't mentioned nothing about faith. That's what she looking for. That's what I'm looking for. It's a real priority for me.
I see here. So now, is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. And is faith something that's important in your life?
No, I'm not religious, but respect it. Ooh, yeah, valid. Damn, yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah. And Bruno, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I pray, man of God, so I want my partner to be able to pray with me, so that's simple.
Yeah, I'm a believer. Gotta believe in God. Simple as it gets.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you said you don't believe in any faith at all. I'm not gonna say I'm like the most faithful person, but I do still believe to some degree. So I think there has to be at least some degree there for me to like work with it. But I think you're very attractive.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, no, that's valid. Yeah, I'm just not religious. I'm like agnostic, I think. So I'm not like against religion, but just don't really have any specific faith. But cool.
When it comes to dating, we have preference, we set standards, boundaries, and we have priorities. And that is what you call dating with intentions or intentionally dating. Now, I didn't see anything that these guys did wrong in the video. I didn't see anything that the lady did wrong. The only thing that she said she was agnostic. Agnostic person is a person that is uncertain about God's existence. So she didn't believe in God, neither did she deny that God exists. So she's uncertain about God's existence. They popped their balloon because they wanted someone that shared the same faith or at least believe in God. So none of them were wrong for, their own preference. What really was crazy to me is that a lot of people in the comments on Instagram were saying like rude things about the man, saying, oh, like they just want to control her, or they want to manipulate women. That's why they use religion. But why can't they really believe in God? Why can't they just want a prayer, a praying woman? That's their preference. It's okay for them to have preference. Just like if you're a woman and you had a man and a bisexual man come to you, you would probably want to say, I don't want a bisexual man. You probably would want a man, that's straight. That's your preference. It's okay for them to have a preference, as long as they not disrespecting her. They didn't disrespect her in no way, and she didn't disrespect them in no way. They were mature. What's immature to me and disrespectful is those comments on Instagram. They were bashing in the men, and even some women were saying like they don't practice what they preach. I mean, everybody got to start from somewhere. Nobody is going to, just be there. Like, they have faith and they want their wife partner to have faith. And I'm pretty sure they want their children to have the same faith that they want. Just like you have preference. Like a lot of women in today's world, they might say, oh, I want a high value man, a man that's making $100,000 a year. Some men might say, I want a traditional woman. Some women might want men that's 6 feet and above. And some men might want a woman of a certain skin tone. They might want a woman just because of her body appearance, her physical appearance. And that's just a physical thing. When you dating, it goes beyond the physical. You got to really go into depth with that person. You have to get to know them for who they are. You have to know what faith they are, because it ain't gonna work. It ain't. Like, you have to complement each other. And those men, they knew what they wanted. And what's the problem with those men wanting a woman that share the same faith with them, or a woman that knows God? I don't find anything wrong with that. Nothing. people are just, when it comes to dating, like I said earlier, they look for a physical aspect. You have to go deeper. You have to get to learn a person, like see where their mentality is at. Like, do you guys connect mentally? See how their character is. Do your character connect? And you have to look at their lifestyle. Do their lifestyle complements your lifestyle? Like if you like to eat healthy, if you like to go to the gym, that's going to be a problem. It might be a problem. And most of all, you have to look at the spiritual aspect. Like, do you guys believe in the same faith? Because most of the time, when you have people that believe in different things, the relationship crumbles because the foundation is not strong. And some people were even saying that she dodged a bullet. They were saying that, a lot of things about the men. And my thing is, how can you come to that conclusion by a quick 5 to 10 second video? You can't know nobody's lifestyle from that video. They just describing what they want in a relationship. That's all. That's just crazy to me. And what really got me was a comment that said that God is not real. And even people saying like, oh, you believe in an imaginary man. That really got me because I'm like, I know for a fact that God is real. And God is the creator of all mankind. He is the creator of all life. He's the creator of the earth. And he is our Father. And I can just imagine him sitting there, like listening to people, his own creation, saying that he is not real. It's just like if you have a child. Your child is denying you, your love, your existence, and you did everything for that child. Like, that hurt me. I'm hurt for God. That's crazy. Like, just imagine how God feels. Just imagine his creation talking down on him, mocking him, making jokes about him. It's not funny. It's sad. And then not towards that lady that says she's agnostic, because she was very, very respectful. But a lot of people don't know how to be respectful. And the crazy thing, like I said, people were saying God is not true. They kept saying they're religious this, religious that. But some of them said that they talk to God. They have a relationship with God. Just because you have a relationship with God doesn't make you religious. I hear a lot of people saying that they are spiritual. I'm spiritual. We all are spiritual. When God created us, he created us in the physical, which is a body, spirit, and soul. So we all are spiritual regardless of what people think. And let me tell you something. We have a physical world and we have a spiritual world. When things happen, like we are spiritual beings living in a physical body. But when people say paranormal activity and this and that, those could either be demons or those are spirits without a physical form. They are engaging into the physical realm or the physical world. When you see a dead person, you only see the physical part. You only see their bodies. But where do their spirit and soul goes? You can see their bodies, but their spirit and their soul goes back to God. When a person is born, God breathes his spirit, his breath into a person, and they become a living soul. And that's coming from the Bible. Without God's spirit, we are all dead. We all need his spirit to survive. His spirit makes us alive. And when we seek God, that's when we are spiritually awakened. A lot of you sitting up there with gifts and talents, and you don't even know because you're not connected to God. When you get connected to God spiritually, then you are spiritually awakened. Now, I can understand why some people run away from religion, because there's so many religions, but there's only one true God, and God exists. He's real. A lot of religion they hide God. They tend to put him in a box, giving you a set of rules to follow, telling you you're a bad person if you don't do this, or if you don't do that, you're a bad person. They try to say that God doesn't speak, that it is impossible to have a relationship with God, that it is impossible to hear from God, that it is impossible to get visions and dreams from God, that it is impossible to get prophecy from God. And that is not true. Those are all lies. God speak, and he speak today. A lot of you sitting up there with gifts and you don't even know it because you are spiritually asleep. When you get connected to God, you are spiritually awake, and those gifts that God instilled in you begin to come out. Now, God, he's speaking, and he's speaking loud and clear. He's speaking through people. He's speaking through signs. He's speaking through dreams. He's speaking through visions. He is even speaking through his audible voice. Now, a lot of religions believe that you cannot hear God's voice, but you can. God can speak. Why would he stop speaking? It's your spirit that you have to allow to get, you have to, seek God. He's going to open you up to spiritual things. He's going to open you up. He's going to awaken you. You have to seek God. If you really want God, you have to go chasing him. You have to, go after him. Just like a relationship, if you want somebody, you will get to know them. That's what God wants us to do to him. He wants us to get to know him. He wants us to have a relationship with him. It's so sad that his own children saying, he don't exist when he really do. To me, people that claim to be spiritual or people that walk in spirituality tend to brag and boast in themselves instead of seeking the true God. And a lot of them, they are being led by demonic influences, demonic spirits, especially people that wear bracelets around their arm thinking it's going to protect them, people that seek, stones. How can something so lifeless protect you if you could easily break it? Instead of seeking that, you got to seek your creator, the one that gave you spirit, the one that created you. It seems like, a trend that they are following. It seems like a trend to me, a trend that they're following. They want to feel cool, they don't want to be religious, but they want to be spiritual. It seems like they are being blown by wherever the wind take them to me. Wherever the wind take them, that's where they go. Instead of following God and seeking God, they go wherever feels good to them. But that's not what true spirituality is about. Spirituality is about being intentional with God, going into depth with him, even if it feels inconvenient or uncomfortable. Without that, spirituality is just aimlessly wandering, dressed up in sacred language. Demons are spiritual too. The question is, what spirit are you following? I don't find anything wrong with those guys stating what they prioritize and prefer in their relationship. They are wise. They want a strong foundation. Even though they're not there yet, or they might not be there yet, but who knows? Maybe they can get deeper into God. Let's not judge, okay, by the cover of the book. We know that when you and your partner values God, it sets a strong foundation for you and your family. Without that foundation, things will crumble. It will lead to a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreements, a lot of misunderstanding. That's probably one reason why they want a partner that have the same value as them. They want their children to believe in the same thing, even though children tend to go their own path, and that's okay. But that's why. If that's what the man want, that's what they want. The end. That's their life. They choose what they want. Which I want them to be uncomfortable? Choosing what you guys want them to have? No. It's their life. They choose what they want. If you're not into something, like in general, just speaking, just choose something that you're into. Easy as can be, right? And these men chose to seek a partner that at least know God, which is understandable. And for you all, if you want to know God, seek him. See, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I normally don't like to say religion because religion tend to pull people away from God. But, you know, everybody view follower of Christ as Christians. But it is God that drew me towards him. I was seeking in religion. I was looking for God through different religion. I looked through Islam. I looked through Hinduism. I looked through Buddhism. I looked through Judaism. And God drew me towards him through Jesus. When I pick up that Bible, I don't care what nobody say. They say like it's a book, this and that. No, that book has power to it. When I pick up the Bible, I surrender my life to God because God was speaking through me through dreams. And I didn't used to believe that that was true, that he can speak through dreams. I didn't believe that Jesus was God in the flesh until I started dreaming dreams. When I started reading, I was reading a little bit of the Quran. I was reading a little bit of the Torah. I was reading a little bit about Hinduism. Because I really was seeking God. I was seeking God. I wanted God. That's who I wanted, my creator. I wanted to get to know him. But let me tell you something. When I picked up that Bible, boy, my dreams started coming true. A lot of them became prophetic dreams. And it amazed me. That's what drew me closer to God. That's what drew me towards the Bible. When I started reading the Bible, I've been getting to have a lot of dreams, even about people I don't know. Things that's going to happen in America, about famous people. God revealed to me that he really did speak to Chris Brown through his dreams. Chris Brown heard his voice. God revealed to me things about Keke Palmer. She's getting swallowed up by social media, by what's going on. God wants everybody to come closer to him. It's not about religion. It never was about religion, but about having a real relationship with God. And Jesus came here in the flesh, God in the flesh, to show us the way to get to heaven, to get to God, to get to the Father. He died for our sins. He died to reconciliate us back to God. He came on this earth so we can have a relationship with God. A lot of religions deny that. A lot of religions deny that you can hear from God. A lot of religions deny that you can hear his voice. A lot of religions deny that God exists, that he is speaking to his people. But Jesus came here to show us all and to tell us all that we can have a relationship with him. It's not about religion. Jesus did not come here to preach religion. He did not come here to bring religion. He came here to restore us back to God, to bring us back to him, to get us closer to him. And it's up to you. If you want a real connection with God, if you want God, you have to seek him. That's for anybody. And you can seek him through Jesus Christ. That's all I have to say. Everybody, have a blessed day.